Salute to everybody joining us, man.
Yes, sir. So big up to everybody joining in. Everybody, listen, we got to get it in, man. This is episode 34, Constant Elevation Show. My name is Tamal. I got the legendary brother Jay, Flatbush, Brooklyn, Black Watch, X-Clan in the building.
Yeah, man. So,
yeah. Each first Wednesday of each and every month, we build on topics of hip hop and life in general. And all of our past episodes are on the YouTube, Carrying the Culture YouTube channel. This is a structured build. So if you know Brother Jay from PS 136 or whatever, put him in the DM because we're not really talking about that here right now. So,
Brooklyn niggas are loyal like that, man.
Yeah, they was like, yo, we was on the corner, son. Fuck that show. We was out, yo.
Brooklyn niggas loyal like that, man. You know, we hold on to what we got, man. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. So it makes it somewhat challenging to navigate the show. So let's try to stay on point here. Yo, tonight it's a fun one though, because and I don't know, fun, but it's going to be interesting, I think, because we're really just getting into current events, man. Current affairs, some things we'll probably stay away from, just based on cancel culture. It might literally be a hook and come by and just we out of there. So
wow, I mean, what is the cancel culture? Is it the actual platform turning against you, or is it the audience
platform
in disfavor and shit?
Platform.
It's the platform.
Yeah, IG is on. Listen, so just real quick, I mean, and just even for you,
right?
IG monitors everything, like captions, chats, everything. And you, even if something can be misconstrued as violent, case in point, I would comment on somebody's page. I put the bomb emoji atomically, like just my family, right? Talking to my family. Flags for inciting violence.
Oh shit.
It's all out. So it's all out. It's all if-then statements and AI. There's no people there. So if it remotely falls with it, so yo, if you say, I think my man, if you say something like, you could say something like, yo, he killed that shit.
Right.
No.
Wow.
I posted a selfie of me and my wife. And we were making some like goofy, like grimy faces. And I said, my wife's really short. So I said, my wife will take you out at the ankles and I'll take you out up top. Ha ha, right? You know, just a joke.
Right.
We don't have like camo jackets or something. Flag for inciting violence.
Wow, son. That's
but meanwhile, you got
a troll sitting on you, man.
Yeah. So it's I just, you know, it's not necessarily the audience, man. We can get busy, but it's I'm on my 5th page. So so it's like I try to play nice, man, because this is a jump off for me. So, you know.
God, that's crazy, man. Not all the stuff that I see offensive, man. I mean.
But they do say this. Check. But I'll say this. But they do say this because I read their consider agreements. Because I've been in the doghouse so many times. I've read up on this. They say we do allow certain types of content that may seem to some as crude or something, but it's popular for enough people. I'm paraphrasing. It's popular for enough people that we're going to allow it. So that's all the pussy and ass you see hanging out.
Wow, exactly. I mean, it's crazy right now. It's like OnlyFans just on the regular Instagram.
Let's get to it right there. Current affairs. You cannot get on Instagram without, like, Asian was telling me, he was like, yo, he goes, it's too much. He was like, I love women, but he's like, it's too much. It's like, what?
Yeah, I'm just wondering what algorithm, you know, is triggered when you say one thing. You know, the way people express is different. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you know, she'll take you out at the ankles and so on. That's slang, you know. People would know that. In our algorithm, they would know that. They wouldn't see it offensive. Somebody has to be sitting on you and trolling on your shit or something, man.
It's not that you get reported though. It's like it doesn't have to be reported. And also they do encourage people being reported, by the way. But it's not that you get reported. It's that phrase. Like there's just phrases and keywords that they're searching, that they're just looking for, their software is looking for, and boom. So it doesn't matter whether, even if me and you speak like that on the reg or not,
right?
It's just gonna go there. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. I don't get with that, man. That's the same people who be making up those 50 best artists and 50 best players and shit. It's like a detached person is making these things happen. You know what I'm saying? They're not in the regular loop. But we use their shit. That's what we have to go through, man.
That's the problem. So, and that's the bittersweet thing, for me. For the past 8 years, Instagram has been a big part of like a lot of things a lot of moves I got going on. So, meanwhile, they're like hemming me up. So, what did you want to do, man? I
wanted to ask you something. I wanted to ask you something, man. In the state of current events, I saw you mention something about Busta the other day, and I wanted to know if you was getting like backlash from that, from the audience. Do you get backlash when you express yourself about him?
Yeah.
But what is it based on? Somebody just saying that it's not whack if it's
so it's often every time I get, because I don't say wild shit, I say truthful shit that people may not want to hear. And so the thing is with the Busta shit, I mean, I love his first 3 albums. I think, and I love it. I love the Leaders stuff. I mean, I fucked with Busta, but this version of Busta that we got, and so you can't look at Busta. I don't care who you are. You can't look at Busta and be like, yo, that shit's fire. And if you are, you're lying to me. And so, and so, yeah, people come back. The deflection tactic is always going back to what he did before.
Right.
It's always, and yes, there we go, plug. He getting money, you broke. So, but if someone wants to get it, come at me. It's always. But yeah, I get.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious because this is a conversation that I have with artists as far as their branding is concerned. All right, when you have a brand around your name, people buy into your shit. So I don't think he sat in the lab with what was that, a Brazilian girl or something, the song that he did with the beach ball and all that other shit. I don't think they would
about 30 seconds of my life, and that was all I could do.
Huh?
I said I gave it about 30 seconds of my life, and that was all I could do. So I don't.
but my point is, you get to a point of artistry where songs are being sold to you, like put 16 bar here, here's the check, and I think that there's more money in that for him, rather than going back to a format that the audience is no longer there. If he went back to flip mode style that he was doing for first 3 albums, I don't think that audience that fuck with it the first time is there to receive him, bro.
I disagree with that right there. I mean, because I look at the 13,000 people on my page, I think they all would rather hear flip mode Busta, Leaders Busta, grimy Busta, anything than this motherfucker right now. That's my word. As far as the people, as far as my cipher of our carrying the culture shit, when I posted that shit, most people were like, yo, what the fuck is this? Niggas clowning this cat, yo. Like, so, I mean, I got backlash, but it wasn't, but I'm saying most people were like, yo, what is this? So,
yeah, I'm not.
I think it's a harder sell. To me, it's a harder sell to try to rock like you knew.
Right.
Like rock the new shit. Like Lost Boys put out a trap album like 3 years ago, and it was one of the worst shit I ever heard in my life. And it's like, why are you trying to sound like these cats? You a general in this shit. Busta is an elite MC.
Yeah, but there's no lane, bro. I mean, think about this. When's the last time you actually bought a record? Like yeah.
I mean, anybody?
Or even like a download or whatever the fuck. When's the last time you bought a download, bro? And I know by the face, you know where I'm going.
Nah, keep going. I want to make sure.
All right. When's the last time you bought a download from artists that you fuck with?
It was actually a few weeks ago, just to support. But I get your point. Overall, I do not. I mean, I don't.
Okay.
Overall.
So the thousands of niggas that are in this same thought that we are in are not buying shit. So if someone from another country says, yo, I got a new girl, she got a little beach ball song, if you put your Busta shit here, 20 racks for bullshit, sit on the toilet verse. Are you going to refuse that?
I mean, I'm just saying, I can't.
20,
I'm not in that
20,000 going to.
Are you okay? Let me ask you. You're the artist. I'm just a fan, and I want what I want. So you're the artist, and someone presents that to you. What are you gonna do? Am I gonna hear a Brother J X Clan trap mumble skitter album? No, the fuck I'm not, because you got integrity.
Correct.
You got that shit.
But those people wouldn't approach me. Buster is popular different than Brother Jay is. So the booty girl's not gonna come and say, "Hey, brother, could you put some red, black, and green lyrics on my shit?" I have Marcus Garvey's face on the ball and shit, nigga. So I'm kind of immune to whatever that shit is. But Buster is neutral. Buster can come out, talk about shoes, talk about cars, kind of like Snoop Dogg. He's a brand of rhyme. So if someone came and said, "Yo, I need you to put your lyrics on my shit. I'll make sure that you're number one when you come over here, nigga. I got another 50 grand for you to perform. So 20 grand for the verse, 50 grand for coming over, and the record's number one. You get they shorty launched all in one swoop, and you just gotta take a little shit from haters. More love than hate on this page. Wipe it up as a day of the celebrity."
I mean, that's the bit sellout move, and that's why I did the video. So you're right. So that's his predicament, right? And
right.
And this is where when we talk, this is where you and I sometimes split, because you're an artist, I'm a fan. Fuck that shit. As a fan, fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that shit. Nah. Because
all right. So what would you rather see?
I can give you the example of a G-Rap, of a Dress from Black Sheep, of Redman, of other artists from the 80s, late 80s, 90s. G-Rap is 54, my G, and still putting up bangers. So, nah.
I mean, what would you have him do, brother? Tell me right now, what kind of sound do you think Buster could conjure that would be so dope over the money that he's receiving as being the icon lyricist that he's known to be, the fun guy? He's the fun guy.
So I can't tell an artist what to make. I'm
just saying on your wish list of things. If Buster was in your hands now.
My hands, I would leave the trap. The trap shit gotta go. So we lose the trap shit and we get some beats. He can spit. It don't even just lose the trap shit. Like,
all right, so if he loses the trap shit, then he loses the young kids. And he loses this new neo audience that's come in. All right, the little shit that he did with the all that shit. He loses all of that audience that's buying his shit. Now, the one who wants him to go back in time is not buying his shit. And this nigga's about making money. He got the Godzilla chains on and shit in the studio and talking all the shit. So he got money to make.
Yeah, he's got money to make. I mean, he's got money. Listen, people's agendas and their things will change, right? So I can't tell him what's important. I just know what's important to me. And what's important to me as a fan of dope MCs and a fan of dope art, I just want to hear some dope shit. I don't have the blueprint for it, but I know when I don't hear it, and you know what I'm saying. Buster's one of the most talented MCs I've ever heard. He's got mad styles, yo. I think Buster is talented enough to come up with something that could really appease a lot of people. I don't think it has to be one or the other. I don't think it has to be the Trap Cats, or like, you don't have to go all the way left. It's like, damn. Like that's like far. Like, I mean, listen.
It's not far. Think about when he did the song with Janet Jackson.
I actually like that song. People hated that shit. I actually like that song.
Okay. So it was sexual in its nature or whatever. It wasn't as explicit as what he did with the Beach Ball shit or whatever, but like how niggas had a problem. You know what I'm saying? For him doing something outside of the box. He's like tofu, dog. You can put barbecue on it, it's barbecue tofu. You put curry on it, it's curry tofu. That's kind of artist that he exists as. In this era, now this is a conversation that I have in the boardroom about artists and sound. All right? Are artists finding the true sound that brings them out instead of settling for sound for trying to survive and live every day? You got to survive to keep your brand fresh or build yourself to a brand. Okay? So just hearing what's on the radio say, yo, I need a beat like that is not the answer. Okay? And then for labels to tell you, like, you got to play well with others. This guy is new, you need to fuck with him. But right. You may know as an artist, you may have some veteran cats that still have platinum on the wall that want to go out and do a project or whatever case may be. And the label now feels like No, the young people listen to this kind of sound. If you put on samples and breaks, unless you have a Kanye West or Jay-Z title to it, that record is not gonna go too far, bro.
So then what do you say? What do you say? So I can see that from a financial perspective. Yeah, of course. You're talking marketing, business, and money. Makes perfect sense. What do you say to the artist though who decides, I don't want to do that. I still want to. I'm going to make the music. I'm going to make this type of music. Like, because to me, you know, again, I'm about the stuff that's important. Like for me, this is important. Like I look at dudes and I'm like, I grew up on like some bars. Now we fast forward 20 or 30 years later, and you're hitting your fans, you're hitting your people with this. So I'm just saying, what do you say to the artist who says I want to I don't want to go the Busta route. I want to go my route and make the music, still make the music that I came up on and I loved or whatever, blah 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 blah. Like
I would say to them that you have to bring the audience that fucks with that, because I don't have a clue. If I was a label brand, I'm not out in the streets. I don't have my ear to the streets. You have to come to me and tell me what's going on. Look at Cameron and Mace. All right. If you look at Dipset's sales history as independent, it was consistent. That means their audience follows wherever they go. So you can chalk it up as Blood Game or Harlem Game or whatever. Wherever they go, the audience fucks with them. What did that cash out to be? A multi-million-dollar fucking podcast. All right. So when you tell an artist, you know, like you're saying, what would you tell an artist today? I would have to say, yo, you have to be the Pied Piper, and there have to be people following your tune wherever the fuck you go in order for you to put out a Busta Rhymes hoo-ha type of album or a Duck Down, you know what I'm saying, type of sound or whatever case may be. You're going to have to bring your following with you in order for someone to invest in that. Okay?
Okay, so I'll give an example of that. Sean Price kept it fully 1,000 on his Brooklyn shit. And his music, his following is crazy as far as anything that he would have put out. People, even stuff that I don't like, I'm like, they're like, oh, Sean P, that's crazy. So I think it can be done. I think it can be done. I mean, so let me ask you a question.
Certainly.
You're an artist. How are you moving then? Like I mean, and even though you're a conscious artist, you still have to keep the lights on. I mean, you weren't doing it for free as far as performing. So what do you do then?
I accepted my evolution, and I had to start producing. I had to start producing film, and I had to start producing artists. All right. So instead of me trying to feel out what part of the market I fit in or whatever case may be, I started learning the craft of film.
So you stopped? So you stopped rhyming? I mean, then.
No, I did not. Now I can write my lyrics and my scripts as one. All right. For my case, think about like my documentary, for instance. My music would be a soundtrack to my documentary. That means I have something to offer. If I didn't pay dues, my documentary wouldn't be worth shit. So for a new artist, you got to make the story that you're going to, at the end of the whole journey, that you're going to squeeze your rag out and say, well, this is the water that I got. All right. So when you're on this journey, you can't be the sellout or giving a fuck about people talking about sellout. You have to keep your grind to say, this is my theme. I don't care what people say. I'm staying in this theme. So if you're a dance artist and you're staying in that dance type of mode, you stick to that shit. At the end of your journey, you're doing a documentary and a story on dance, the success or the failure or whatever. And whoever followed you and fuck with you, bought CDs, downloads, whatever the fuck it was, that is your worth at the end of the day. And now it's fucked up for artists, because for cats that have sold millions of records, okay, they can't even bring that audience into this new digital era. Okay? So if I'm an artist that sold 1,000,005. I went platinum, did another album, went gold. I can't say that those million artists still exist. I can't go to a brand in 2023 and say, yo, nigga, I got gold plaques on my wall. And the same niggas that picked up that CD are going to pick my shit up now. Half of them, if not 3/4 of them, are gone, bro. If not, because it was multi-generational then. So you had older cats that were buying our shit. They no longer fuck with hip hop. If they're still living, they fuck with another channel or whatever case may be. It just got out of control. Like how you feel. Like, when's the last time you really turned on the radio? Like, let me hear something good. It doesn't happen.
Whoa, no way. Who does
All right.
that?
So the radio is part of the equation, because how else are people getting the music? So if you don't have that audience tuning in, hitting your Spotify, hitting your radio, hitting whatever, then what's the use of you even being here outside of just wanting attention that you can still rap? It doesn't make sense. So if you're going to gauge it like a business and you're building your brand, you can't have issues about, oh shit, I don't want to do the beach ball shit or whatever the case may be. If you're a rapper, you got to do what the fuck you got to do. When I came into the game, I said clearly, I'm a messenger. I'm supported by my movement. There was times that our movement directly financed our shit before labels got on to us. Okay? So this is why I tell cats, if you're really talking some real shit, the movements will support you.
Right.
Okay? But they don't have that kind of backup. If you're so independent that you don't play well with others, who gives a fuck about what you need, studio time, or any of that other shit? So, that's how I see it. If I was talking to a new artist, I would just tell them, pay attention to the game. You don't have to be a slave to it. When the beach ball comes around, you diss it. Like, if you don't want to fuck with that, then fine. But you have to know your theme. You can't be talking about, I'm grateful to be here, and then you turning down work. The label comes to you and says, yo, people in Australia love you. They wanted you to do something with their new stripper Iggy Azalea or some shit, nigga. And you got to say, well, damn, do I want to fuck with this? Do I want an audience? Is that part of my theme? Is that part of my message? Is that part of my shit?
So I would say that at the end of the day, it comes down to what the artist wants, to me. Because if the artist, because you have the lyrical skills to do to do whatever you want in this. You can do whatever you want. You could have changed it up, right? You could have changed it up after X-Clan, after the mid-90s, come back into 03, when the forgettable time of 03, and come back on some other shit. And whatever, right? And 20 years later, we wouldn't even be here. So I think it comes down to what the artist wants. If the artist wants just bread, and that's the driving factor with all of it, and that's what they want, then yeah, you gotta jump.
And that's what Busta did. So if Busta looked out there and said, yo, where all my hoo-ha niggas at? And all the hoo-ha niggas ain't fucking with it no more. They Tupac fans now and all kinds of other shit. They ain't fucking with you, Busta. So what Busta supposed to do? Sit around when this dude comes up with a $20,000 fucking 16 bar and then come over to my country and do something for 50, and these niggas don't even speak English or even give a fuck about nothing you saying. All they understand is dick, pussy, whatever the fuck you was talking about in that shit. They don't understand a goddamn word. Easiest money made in the world. You just give yourself 5 of those a week. And then go and hear somebody talk about, yo, you're whack. You're not singing hoo-ha. You're not singing, you're not singing da-da-da. Fuck. What a nigga like that gonna say, fuck you, man. Me and Split Star on the way to fucking Russia and shit, man. Drink vodka and fuck women and shit, nigga. We ain't tripping on y'all niggas at all. And I'm just being 100. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being 100 as much as we dislike it. It's just real as fuck.
That's all day right there. You will get no argument from me on that, as far as like that being the mindset. That's clearly the mindset. He's on a yacht. I mean, the last video was on a beach place. All right, so I get it.
That's real shit, man. People have to look, man. We can only hate but so far, man. We respect the legacy and everything, man. But it's like how we watch some of these old ball players. Nobody want to see Vince Carter on Atlanta Hawks sitting on the side waiting for somebody to throw the ball for a catch and shoot, dog. It's just the way the game does, niggas. So now one of the hardest lyricists out of Long Island, coming through Brooklyn, you know, is now talking about beach ball, booty, pussy, whatever the fuck. And it's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? And the platforms that fuck with him share that sentiment, bro. BET and all of these other places, they glorify this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And we can't hate, because at the end of the day, you got in this to make money. So you got to salute that nigga from the distance and say, yo, man, I respect you for what you've done. You know, my ride on the bus ends here, and just chalk it up. For what
it ended. It definitely, it ended a while ago, but this, it's, you know, and who am I? I'm one person. But yeah, so, all right, let's get into, here's what I want to get into and make sure we get into.
Yes.
So the past few weeks, this, well, New York, they had the law where you could like file for sexual assault and rape up until like a certain point, a few days, really like last week or something like that. A lot of shit came out of the woodwork, and not even just in New York, but like everywhere. The pedo shit, like, what's your take on all of that, man? Like, you know, like the allegations. I mean, some shit's like from way back. Like, just where are you with like this? Really, the past few weeks of just, if you're familiar with it, just seeing all of this stuff just come out puffy, you know, like just all that stuff.
I think it's a heavy distraction. If you notice what's happening not right now, the war that's causing civil war in America, I think opening those doors for those laws is a heavy distraction. A lot of it goes under the propaganda law. The propaganda laws allow you to say all kind of shit. I can say, yo, I saw Tamal fucking his dog when I was passing by his house and shit, and start talking shit on the internet, and have no repercussions for defamation or anything behind that, by how they drop these laws. That's how these gossip channels are so viral right now. You know what I'm saying? There needs to be something done to the people, from the people, to create a penalty for those lying. Like when your facts come up, there was one of them who was going against a baseball player or something, and found out that all of it was fabricated, all of it. And they didn't get justice like Johnny Depp got justice. You know, Johnny Depp had enough bread to say, okay, I'll absorb all of the shit, and then I got enough money to come back and get you, and then take you off of Aquaman and whatever the fuck else you think about going through. You know, average citizen doesn't have that. Somebody creates some shit, you know, trying to get a crack hit or some shit, or trying to get some Christmas money or whatever the fuck, and can create a whole story around your shit. And regardless if they get paper or not, you know, they're putting your name out in the shit, and then becoming YouTube stars and all kinds of shit. Even the thing that you build on with the Bambaataa situation, the dude spent more time trying to be a YouTube star than actually going to obtain justice. All right? We shouldn't even see you. You should be banging down doors, starting like a Me Too movement for niggas who went through shit like you went through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to add on to that, man, I mean, I you know, he's handled that shit all wrong, and it has you looking goofy. Even if you are the victim, now you look goofy. Like the whole
look goofy as fuck.
Stage getting shot and weird shit like that. And it's like, yeah, like, why are you on IG and YouTube blowing up the spot? Like, you should, yeah, you have a real voice. Use it. Like, yeah, I've always said that, you know, and people tried to link me up with this brother, like, because I was, you know, posting about Bam, and I'm like, I said, we have a different approach on this shit.
Correct, dog. Correct. But because, dog, yo, I don't want to be on YouTube. If someone violated me, like the fuck, or what the fuck he was saying, you know, pouring pancake syrup in his ass or whatever the fuck was going on, whatever that was, man, as a man, you want your justice, my nigga. Fuck YouTube, man. Yes. All right? That shit should have ended after the first 3 fucking shits to say, yo, I'm one of those people, y'all contact me on the DM, I'm doing something big. And that's it. It shouldn't be like, yo, I'm back, and now you talking about people and doing all this other shit. Yo, man, it's now off course. So now people are over comfortable with your situation, and when you figure out, like, damn, I'm mad, you throw a tantrum in the middle of the fucking projects and shit, and then fake a situation to get yourself, now it's goofy. Now you made it bad for people who really go through shit.
Exactly.
You know, I've seen the other side of it, bro. Look, bro, they tried to extort me to because I wouldn't write about Professor X and cocaine and all this other shit. And then you feel that I'm not down, you go and create a sexual story that never happened just for likes and selling books to people. Now, my shit is like this. When you find out all of that shit is wrong, what is the penalty? What is the penalty of selling books and all of this other shit and getting people like, oh my God, I'm a victim too, and spilling their heart out and all this other shit, and all of that shit is false.
Right. So let's
do what justice in that.
I mean, because and we're talking about the part where it's kind of gotten out of control to a certain extent where shit is being fabricated and people are making shit up because it's easy to do so. At the same time, I'll keep it 100. Only the stuff that I've been talking about is the stuff that I know about that I'm confident that happened. Even though this dude is a goofy, that's been acting kind of goofy on like, I'm confident that you know, unfortunately that this shit happened. I think he's just handling it terribly. And you know, so I'm only really looking at the stuff that's really, you know, really happened personally as far as the stuff that I post, like that I know is, you know, but
bro, I never knew that shit was going down up in there. I'm not from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? But I never knew that shit was going down. I've always greeted Bam, like I said before, on this channel as an uncle, family. And that's like you going to find out that somebody that you trusted has violated and done some shit. I wish he just came and just smashed all these goofy ass people. You know what I'm saying? When they try to disrespect my family, I went directly at it. I'm not sitting and taking other interviews and going tit for tat online. You're lying cold out. My organization wasn't built like that. Fuck you all for disrespecting my elders and taking our name, because I don't want to disrespect my brother who rode with me for years. You know what I'm saying? About coming off of a drug that has killed a lot of people in our generations, my Lord. All right, cocaine has done bad shit. It wasn't a conversation for me to have. It wasn't something like, oh man, I wasn't successful because this brother did this. Nah, man, none of us are fucking perfect. But none of us are holding no fucking girl hostage in no fucking studio for years. You made it like we walking in the lab and getting head in the lobby. Anybody who's been to that fucking studio, dog, knows that shit doesn't operate like that, my Lord, on any level. And anybody that's been around my circle know that we fuck niggas up even talking about shit like that. So for Zulu Nation not to get back on his feet and then check niggas like Hassan or get him some fucking help earlier, you know what I'm saying? If he gonna turn on the very brothers that the organization was formed around, you saying that Dr. Shaka walked you somewhere and left you inside this thing. Every one of these stories has like some kind of strange, you left your kid on their porch and this is what happened to them. Like y'all watch too much fucking TV. You know, when the York shit happened, it's like, oh, y'all walking kids to his door and he's going to handle his business and your kid comes out the other side of the door and he's doing this all fucking day. Really, man? Really, dog? Get the fuck out of here. So you know, it's a strange narrative, man, that's kind of getting played out.
And all right, so then I'm gonna ask you straightforward. So first of all, thank you for speaking on the shit that as far as the allegations, as far as your shit went, you know what I mean, and clearing that up. But so I mean, let me ask you: are you saying like that you don't think it happened?
What, with Bambaataa?
Yeah.
Something happened. Something happened. Something happened.
Because I'm just saying, like 20 dudes. You don't think? And I mean, Sam, who Melly Mel coming out. Melly Mel says, I mean, like, I'm just saying, like,
something happened. Something happened, brother. Something happened. But the way that they're trying to get justice from him is just awkward. I don't see how YouTube brings you justice, man.
Listen, let's make this guy an asterisk, because unfortunately, and here's the problem: he's the flag carrier for the whole shit. But like that's what makes it goofy. I'm just looking at like the facts from what I read as far as And everyone was like, yeah, everyone knew that when little boys went into the bathroom, that Bam was going to go in after him, like Lord
Bro,
Jamar.
I don't know him like that.
Well, I'm not saying you know him like that, but I'm just saying
like this. I'm saying I don't know him like that. I've never seen Bam holding hands with no niggas or any of that kind of shit, snapping and wearing wigs or any of that kind of shit. I've never seen it. You know what I'm saying? You know of people, but you never know them. I allow that, but I've never seen him act in that kind of situation before. So for people to come out like, yeah, I've been new, this and that, you know, some of those people were chasing some of the powers that he had. You know, let's oust you off the seat of the Zulu and let's do this and this and that. How about this just eradicate the whole organization and start fresh with the people who didn't do any of that kind of bullshit? Fuck moving a nigga off a seat like you waiting for a nigga to fuck up and take his power. That's that's some white boy conqueror shit, man. That's some dumb shit to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the inner workings of Zulu Nation. I just know about, from what I researched extensively, are the facts of the.
But why is he not in jail, bro?
Because he can't go to jail because the statute of limitations in New York are so he has about 10 civil suits against him, but he can't file anything criminally.
After all of these years, they wait till the final moment to measure this shit, and then the law runs out.
Well, it's not. The civil suits were in the first civil suit was in 2016, when it first the law, the new law change has nothing to do with Bambaataa. That's just some shit that's happened recently where they extended the law, and then all these people. That's when the Puffy shit came out. Everybody has come out in the past few weeks.
Right.
That's because of the new law. As far as the BAM civil suits, the BAM civil suits came when the whole thing first came out.
So a civil suit is to do what? To sue a person for money?
That's
put a person in jail. What is the civil suit? Civil suits.
The only thing you can do is they basically admit that they're wrong, and you can just get some sort of money because they can't go to jail at that point because it's too late.
So they don't look like they're coming for their justice. They look like they're coming for bread. Then
I don't know where the civil suits are. Maybe, yeah.
That's crazy. Look, man, if someone violates you, bro, you go get them. Period. Fuck the court. Fuck all that shit. You walking around doing shows and snapping fingers and shit, nigga. If you violated me for years and I got all of this trauma in my head and I'm bugged out and shit, I don't need no fucking court, bro. All right.
But here's a good point, though, and this is why, you know what I'm saying, in terms of whether or not it happened. I can't imagine like 15, 20 dudes, because there's no hope for money. They're not getting no money. Like, there's not getting any real money. I mean, so I can't imagine like 15, 20 dudes from the Bronx, from Bronx River Projects and from that area, openly and just unsolicitedly saying like, yeah, like all this shit happened to us or whatever, and like none of it being, and all of it being lies. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, so to me, even if one out of the 20 is it happened, that's bad enough to me. If two, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I can't say whether everybody is full of shit or not, but I can with firmness say this motherfucker was touching little boys.
All right, so if that was so, then why has no one grabbed this nigga of all the niggas in the Bronx? If it was such a violation, all right? I hear Kenny Parker online. There was 80 niggas at the Zulu Nation meeting and all of this other shit. Where are those niggas now to go get this nigga and have a meeting without the YouTube camera? Just men to men. When the shit first happened, I said, yo, I would love to talk to Bam directly. Fuck everybody. I called Griff. As a matter of fact, Griff had called me when the shit first came out. And I said, we need to sit down as men with him. But it was all in hiding and everybody was so offended. And that must have died out because this nigga started doing shows and showing up, making appearances and all kind of shit. So obviously it wasn't a fucking problem.
In Europe and in Russia and in Asia, he walks on water. As far as this is what I know. As far as what I know, he in the U.S. he can't move. And as others have said, you still got people. I mean, yo, it's Bam
You gotta
Butter.
think about it, bro. If you a sexual offender, you can't get in and out of the fucking country, man. So, you know, how much
He's got no charges against him. He's got no charges. I mean, again, this is I guess this is where the unfortunate part is, right? He's not locked up. So these are allegations. You know what I'm saying? But
you allegations on the cover of the New York Post. Come on, dog. They don't print shit unless it's real, or so we supposed to think. If y'all went that far to put that man's character on the cover of a New York newspaper, dog,
right,
we're thinking that somebody's coming to arrest this nigga. This nigga is still sitting around right now.
Hey, yo, there's a Puffy's still around. I mean, they also. I mean, this allegations, fam. I mean,
but it's crumbling. You already lost $30 million to shut abroad up, so already it's crumbling. Everybody's coming now. Everybody got something to say, and then you got a solid money and all this other bullshit. If you didn't do something, man, fuck you. Period. That's why when they came into at my family, I said, fuck you. I know good and well, goddamn, ain't nobody in the world did no stupid shit like that. How dare you try to get on some fucking gossip shit and cap on that level and not tell the reality of what's happening. You gotta be a real nigga with shit like that, bro.
You got personal experience at being wronged. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a personal experience of being wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yo, all these niggas made that shit up. Fuck that, B. Like I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, is Hassan handle it wrong? Yeah. It's like, but
exactly.
I do know that like niggas can't find Bam. Niggas cannot find him. I don't know. I mean, maybe you know where
he's still DJing and still doing shows. You don't give a fuck.
He ain't over here.
Walk through the Bronx. That's what made that nigga mad.
He's not in the U.S.
That nigga said Bam was at a function and in the Bronx, and that's why he was bitching and shit, carrying on after the girl Cassie got some money and heard Bam was moving around. So he wanted to make a big stink and shit and fucked around and faked some shooting or whatever. See, I'm not in it enough to know what the details are. It's all bullshit to me. If someone violated you, dog, and you such a killer, you go find his ass.
I would agree.
Discipline that motherfucker. If you got to hog tie that nigga and bring him to the precinct yourself, and then with all the people that are offended with you, y'all hog tie that nigga and bring that nigga to the precinct and get your fucking justice, my nigga. What the fuck are you waiting for permission to check a nigga? Has violated you and multiple motherfuckers over numbers of years. All of you niggas can't get together. Look, man, when soccer moms get mad, like drunk drivers and shit, they get together, make a fucking movement. And now they got fucking laws. So what is the difference of him obtaining justice in that fashion? Why would you waste your time trying to be a YouTube? You all of a sudden now telling the news like, oh, Puffy, it's $30 million. And this nigga's doing this, and this nigga. When did we elect you to be the news nigga? All right, we came here because you were saying that someone was violating you, and this organization that we've trusted with peace, love, and harmony and shit is all of a sudden y'all fucking niggas on the low in the closet.
I would agree, be real. I would agree, and that's why. I mean, and if you go in there, as my man Be Real said, nobody can touch Bam. And that is facts. My man, you know what I'm saying?
Why?
OG, New Haven, TC Islam. Listen, we want to talk Zulu. Like Zulu, I mean, listen, there's different aspects of, if we want to get into Zulu, there's mad different aspects of Zulu. Zulu wasn't all on no fucking peace, shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So as far as.
Because they come from a gang. They come from Black Spades.
Yeah,
they come from Black Spades. Three factions of Black Spades came together to create the Universal Zulu Nation. 3 gangs. This was supposed to be a gang reform situation. But when you have that,
they didn't completely reform in terms of just how they how Zulus carried themselves. I do like that's facts. And yeah, Zulu does still protect them because the Zulu Nation name is still is in his personal name. That's why Zulu Union broke. So there's a group. Most of the Zulus, there's like a few group. Just so you know, you see, you're not really connected to it. There's a few people that are still like Zulu Nation. Most of Zulu Nation left and became Zulu Union, or they just left altogether. Like Ninth Wonder left. I mean, like a lot of all these cats like left. So I don't know, fam. I mean, like, yes, I agree. I completely agree that this dude is handling it wrong, and I think it makes the whole shit look bad. But like, this nigga touched boys. I mean, I like This nigga touch boys. We can leave it there. Like if you know what I'm saying? I don't know Ben from Harlem. I'm not gonna say that, but I've researched because I try not to post on anything that I haven't done
I
any.
understand, and that's why I brought it up. We doing current events. This is a current event. This is something that keeps reoccurring, and we keep seeing the same characters that are in these victim situations keep pushing themselves to be noticed more so than justice being served.
Yeah,
If someone violated you and the whole Bronx is mad and everybody knew and all of that, when is the time that you go find this nigga, grab his ass, and bring him to wherever justice is to be served? You may have to step into the levels of vigilante.
I would have been done it, and I feel you on that 100%. There is no, so two things. I mean, I could, like, as far as like firmly agreeing on, as far as like, yo, should have been handled already, like a long time ago. I mean, it should have been handled. Like when it came, yeah, the YouTube should have. I mean, I don't get the, I don't, you know, but
I don't get it, man. You're dancing around the real topic, which is, yo, man, this nigga violated me. Fuck who's the gossip of the day and all of that other shit, and your kids in the video and all this other bullshit. Yo, dog, fuck, you supposed to be at the courthouse. You supposed to be gathering all the niggas in the hood that have been violated like that. You said a lot of shit. You said that this happened to him and several other motherfuckers in the Bronx. So all of you niggas now come get over the trauma, come together and get with everybody in hip hop that is insulted and stand in front of that nigga's house until justice is served, bro. Period.
Look, but yeah, so Plug made a good point. He said, Brother Jay thinking how he would handle it. And yeah, I mean, and that's the I first of all, I mean, I agree. The YouTube shit is crazy, man.
That shit is out of control. It just takes the whole content.
And so, because it's distracting, because it is distracting. Because what are we talking about right now? We're talking more about kind of how fucked up it's got, and like how this nigga's faking gunshots and shit, versus like the real issues at hand and stuff like that. Because it is a distraction. I mean, I agree 100%. So
super distraction, brother, and it makes this victim thing into a business.
I agree.
All right, and that's where, going back to our point, these laws open up a strange gate, because now you struck people into poverty, and now you're making them thirsty through creating all these false things. It's like at the end of the day, I'll make us think enough to get attention. All right, you're not dealing with the mental deficiency that's happening right now. This is a crazy world. Look at the #1 songs by Booty Hole Pink and shit. We talk about this. So you think about how that crazy spreads off into different areas, bro. All right, that's crazy for someone to go and fake themselves getting shot to get attention because Cassie got 30 million. I don't get money. I don't get money. You know what I'm saying? I see the little clips that are rolling around. Now you're like a angry meme or some shit now, rather than someone that's been violated that deserves their justice.
It's a bad look. I want so a couple things. How much time you got? First of all, you got time to go a little longer?
I'm good, man.
All right, so we might have to cut it in a few minutes, and then we'll go a little bit longer. But I do want you to address these comments in here, though, because a few people have been like, you know, it's easier said than done. To be honest, people might not want to go public. Some of these, just reading comments, some of these dudes may not have the courage to approach. Just some stuff like that. It's just the wrong messenger. You know, it ain't that easy, Brother Jay. As far as like, you know, your suggestion of like stepping up. The problem with this brother, real quick before you answer that, the problem with this brother is that he carries himself like he all super hard, and so but his shit is all. But again, that's the asterisk, unfortunately. And there are, to me, and from what my research, there are other people who aren't out there on YouTube at all, and they are trying to get justice from Bam and through from Zulu Nation.
Bro, even if he just got his YouTube followers to go and say, yo, man, I'm doing a march. I'm going to Bam's house. I'm going to Bam's show and when he comes to New York or whatever the fuck it is. And we're going to obtain justice. If you got all your facts lined up and this really happened to you and you got victims and shit, then you show up, man. Show up. This is something that I learned in the movement. That's why when they came at me, I showed up. I didn't back off and be like, oh my God, what do I do? Let me go get a lawyer. Get a lawyer for what? Ain't no shit like that ever happened in my motherfucking movement. What the fuck you talking about? And look where we at. I don't hear nothing about that bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. You trying to extort me. If you pay 10,000, then we can go ahead and cut this short. Get the fuck out of here. You and the motherfucker that sent you on this horse. I'll take this back in your ass and get the fuck up out of here. We don't play that. You trying to make all the movements look bad. Anybody that influenced in hip hop look bad. Y'all niggas was calling KRS a fag. Telling me he was fucking Scott LaRock. Telling my Immortal Technique was throwing gay signs at man. They were just ranting on artists that never did anything but offer them peace and some kind of intelligence. Bam is a DJ and an uncle and an influence to us at a time frame. I don't know his lifestyle. For me to discover this was disturbing as fuck, family.
I believe it.
It's fuck, family. To this day, it complicates the fabric of hip hop.
It does. And so if it being true, that if any of those allegations are true, it means like from the very beginning, hip hop's been on some other shit. We back, everybody. Brother Jay, it's Constant Elevation. Talking current events. We were just talking this Bambaataa and kind of all this pedo stuff that's going around, or just rape and the sexual assault stuff coming out. It's got to be like we were saying. You were saying it was hard for you when you first heard about this, man. It's got to be hard, man, based on how you came up, and it changes everything. You know what I'm saying? And for me, Planet Rock was my introduction to hip hop. Like that's my song. Like that's that Party People, even though it's a more of an electro record. Like that was, everything for me. I was popping at 6 years old. So
right.
It's heavy duty. But what I don't do, because here's where I get irritated though, man, because people will start just saying like, okay, like you can't change the history, and like I'll never change the history. Like Bam is responsible for a lot of things, from what I understand. He categorized the 4 elements. He did a lot of stuff, and so, but it puts it into a different space, man. All of this shit. I mean, but like the thing is, what do you think about? Okay, let's just switch gears for a minute. What do you think about the Puffy stuff, man? I mean, as far as that, I'm just asking you if you think it's true. I know there's all sorts of shady business going on, but like, do you? I mean, like, are you just thinking like all of these are just allegations and just really? I mean, coming out.
Well, I'm saying like this: there's no way to filter out the real from the fake, bro.
Yeah.
All right. There's no way to filter that out. You just got people just thirsty, like, yo, I've always wanted to kick this nigga in the nuts. He called me one night, told me to come over to the thing, and I said no. Right. And that's supposed to be like, yo, he was trying to fuck me in my ass or some stupid shit. Come on, dog. That's like some petty shit.
Yeah.
And the thing is, when everybody's popping and flying around the world and all that shit, nobody got a fucking problem, dog.
Ain't nobody saying shit. And I always say
nobody got a goddamn problem, dog. Y'all smiling and cheese in front of the camera. Look, if somebody's abusing me and beat me in my motherfucking head, ain't no check big enough for me to be silent, my nigga. Period. And to let somebody take advantage of you for numbers of motherfucking years
makes no sense.
Come on, dog. I don't understand that shit. So it's like, and then when you hear they doing big moves, like you trying to buy BET or you trying to do something out of the box, and then all of a sudden you gay, you fuck with, chaining a girl to the radiator and beating her ass or whatever the fuck you're going through, all of a sudden. But all the years that he's making millions of dollars for the Phantom Menace and shit, everything was cool. Now when the contract's in, everybody's fucked up. When the contract ends, all of a sudden Prince is on drugs and Michael Jackson is a pedophile. And even though you prove it wrong in court, you put a film out on this nigga, and motherfucker, talking about he fucked the llama and fucked Mike at the same time and all this other shit. What the fuck is going on, dog? You can't even prove wrong in court and then come out and say, yo, I'm innocent. And then they still put the films on you for everybody to have a judgment or not. So that means a nigga will never be able to sell another record or whatever. Y'all want to see Michael Jackson out there selling wood, so y'all can go ahead and put a Britney Spears or some fucking Timberlake or some stupid shit in his place. Everybody want to wear the glove and shit and all this bullshit. If you really loved it, man, then help him get off drugs. You know what I'm saying? When my brother was on drugs, I helped him. That's why I hated them mocking him, talking about that cocaine shit with Professor. I helped my brother. I didn't sit there and look at him like he was a fucking, oh man, he's just falling off. I went to help him. Fuck that. Who's gonna help the fuck with Bam? Get that nigga in a rehab. Get that nigga into something. If y'all don't want to put his ass in jail, you want to be a YouTube star, you don't want to put the nigga in jail. The fuck is going on? And then the TC Islam shit, who killed TC Islam? Do we really sit here and say that this nigga died in the crack house, just chalk it up and just keep moving in the middle of all this shit exploding at the same fucking time? Dog. Hip hop, this ain't hip hop. This is some fucking A&E mystery bullshit, son. This is some fucking TV shit. You know what I'm saying? This ain't got no place in hip hop, dog. We supposed to be about building and using these rhythms to do something different, man. The dummies getting paid millions of fucking dollars. While the real fucking artists that would do something with the bag gotta, you know, hear all kind of dumb shit and be buried in the gossip and the oversaturation of the game and all this dumb shit, man. Come on, dog. Come on, man. It's supposed to be a fair platform for the masters of ceremony who know how to truly express themselves. And somewhere now it's like just press the button and you're a star now. So all of it is goofy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? All of it is Cylon. You can't even tell who's who. These niggas, it's really whack to me, bro. And this is why I kept telling you, you know, cats asking me, you know, when the album coming, this and that. I fuck the album. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? I'm just gonna make my album and throw it in the pig mud, dog. You know, this game is nasty. Look, you got Andre 3000 playing flute, nigga. You don't even want to rhyme and shit. One of the nicest niggas in the fucking game. Got this nigga playing flute, nigga. And it's gonna be number one, and he gonna get paid. And I'm glad because it's a smack in the face to hip hop. How y'all so fucking nasty and messy and filthy and shit that one of the nicest niggas in this bitch don't even want to fucking rhyme no fucking more. That's fucked up. I 100% agree, dog. If I wasn't a messenger, I would totally agree. So, you know, so I said now in the visual age, you got to put film with your lyrics. You got to produce. You got to invest in yourself. Give a fuck what you look like to anyone. You got to reinvest in yourself. Is either get to where you got to go or bust, my nigga. Fuck that. And if artists are not doing that, you think just rapping on these beats and posting it on these goddamn sites is gonna make it, man? You got to make a film. You got to do some different shit. Build a rocket, goddamn. It's something that goes with your shit. You know, all the surviving big artists that are doing something, if they're not doing music, they're doing merchandise. Look at Hieroglyphics merchandise. Always bomb. If Tech 9 stopped rhyming tomorrow, the merchandise still sells. ICP still sells. You know, they got other avenues. ICP got a fucking wrestling league and a fucking once a year private party in the middle of fucking nowhere, none of your fucking business, making money. And niggas are gonna compare about what's good and what's whack. It's whack when you doing this and ain't making no fucking bread, dog. Fuck what you think a style is. So like we said about from the beginning of our conversation about Buster, fuck what a nigga say. You got it just to make bread. Niggas want to pay you for your brand. Can I take your brand down here to Brazil with the Beast Boy? Sure you can. Give me my shit in my hand. I'll be over there next week. That's what they signed up for. Yeah. All right. You go back to the music back in the days. What was the difference? It's all wordplay and bullshit, bro. It was never of no purpose with Busta Rhymes. It's just like, yo, I know how to put shit together in clever ways, and y'all motherfuckers cheer and jump up and down or whatever. What the fuck? What were you expecting from him?
Yeah, he just happens to be talented at. It's clear that he just happens to be talented at rapping and can just, you know, he's just rocking with whatever. I mean, yeah. But again, this is where we always not differ, but just in terms of perspective. For me, man, like I just know it's like, man, I just weighing apples and oranges or whatever, and just saying, damn, come on, man, like you can do better than that. But I hear you from a financial standpoint. All that stuff makes perfect sense. It doesn't make sense to necessarily cater to people like me. You know what I mean? And for the few people that are agreeing with me and being like, yeah, this shit's trash, it ain't affecting his fucking pocket, like you said.
It ain't affecting his shit, man. Look, and at the end of the day, most of y'all girls like that shit. You know, that's the problem. the fucking woman, my brother. Period. Peace to the goddess and all of that, man. But it's y'all thing. That music ain't made for us. It ain't made for me. It's made for the women. Period. All right. When Buster was rhyming like you talking about, that was nigger music, bro. All right. Your girl wasn't coming in talking about woo ha and all that other shit. She may know it, but she ain't singing that like Tupac. She ain't singing that shit like Rick Ross, nigga. If I'm lying, I'll shut up, man. Turn this shit off, man. I'll tell them straight up. You know what I'm saying?
Most ladies, I feel you. I mean, the average lady, I never rock. I mean, I got arrested with my girlfriends, like writing graphs. So I mean, but I feel you. The average chick. No, I feel you. It's chick music, man. And that's
all of this is chick music. All of the Drake, all of the fucking Extension or whatever the fuck. God bless all these dudes, man. They're singing R&B's do sound like PM Dawn with a little rap in between, dog. You know what I'm saying? The Weekend, all of that shit. That's woman shit. No niggas will be singing no shit like that, bro. No niggas that I know.
Yeah. You had to clear, please. Thank you.
I don't have no dudes coming up to me talking about, yo, you heard the new Weekend track? Man, this shit is hard as fuck. Come on, dog.
Never.
You know, niggas sending me Slaughterhouse. And I don't know too many females listening to Slaughterhouse, dog. That shit they just dropped with Just Blaze, the mixtape. The hardest shit I've ever heard in my life.
I ain't heard it. No.
That shit is fucking incredible. And I don't see no nigga talking about it, bro. Not one.
Oh, it's different. I mean, I don't even know if you do. AZ dropped the album recently. It's pretty good. You got Pharoah Monch on it. It's dope. Got some joints on it, like bangers. But like I mean,
you would think that Nas would sign them. You would think that he would be on a super platform or something. You can't want to be independent so much that nobody hears you when you drop shit, bro. And a nigga like that who's been in the game that long knows, man, get off that trying to get 100% shit. Make a partner, nigga. You might have to do a 70-30. You might have to do a 50-50, man. You know what I'm saying? But get on a platform that niggas can say, yo, that's what he deserves. Because that's what they buying.
Right.
They're not buying you pressing CDs out your house and out the trunk, nigga. They're subscribing to the fact that you went somewhere and you still have worth. That's what people buy. All right? That's what people buy. So when they buy Buster, oh, he's still down. Oh, he's on Universal. Oh, he's on Elektra. Oh, he's on this. Yeah, I'll fuck with him. Because that means he still got value. That's what people buy into, bro.
That's weak.
Yeah, but that's what the game is. So if any of the artists that we feel are supposed to be number one, we got to get people to buy into them. And we got to help them set up shop, set up your store, set up your merchandise, set up your cars. If you're in here flapping your lips on beats, just taking the vocabulary and the dictionary, just flipping it around, that's bullshit to me. If you got something to say, and that something to say is going towards somewhere, that's more likely a way for me to fuck with you.
Right.
But if you just think flipping your lips and flipping the vocabulary around is supposed to be what I'm supposed to say is nice, and we supposed to be dumping dollars and all that shit on you, you're sadly mistaken.
Yeah.
No one's coming to your door with the sweepstakes check or none of that bullshit, bro.
Yeah, that's not going to cut it in 2023. And people need to, at least from any level, like, you got to be more than just being able to rap a little bit, man. I had somebody on the show one time a while ago, younger MC, he was dope. And I said, so like, if somebody found your music or something like that, I was like, what would you want to, kind of think about it? Like, or this impression, what you want? Or like, what's the end game for you? And he was like, I just want to be a dope MC.
Yeah. See?
I'm not,
the bullshit.
I just want to be dope. Like, I got them bars.
Yeah, but what indicates that? 1,000 niggas patting you on your back? What the fuck is that? What does that do for me? And I'm supposed to be taking my hard-earned money, $10 out of my hard-earned check for the week to say, this nigga is nice. He's going to save the world with his vocabulary flip and so on and so on. That shit means bullshit to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want a song that inspires me, get up in the morning to work out, fucking, go make money or some shit like that. And these niggas are winning with that. When I listen to that Rick Ross, every day I'm hustling, my nigga, that shit is straight nigga energy, my lord. That shit is hard as fuck to me. And I can relate with it to where it's not like like a layman's term, like you got to be some kind of simpleton and shit. It's like, yo, man, every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Fucking, you fucking right. Till I get to a point where I don't have to do it anymore. So I'm saying, why don't conscious niggas write like that? I don't understand. That's a real shit that any nigga can relate with. And why are we divided? Conscious, gangster, whatever. You got to be a soldier, period, in today's standard of what's going on in these fucking streets, dog. All right? There is no separation. There is no, oh, he think like that and this think like this. These niggas wear head wraps. These niggas wear rags. Ain't no separation, dog. We are all niggas at the end of the fucking day. And pray for the beats, period. The music should be relating toward shit like that. Relating toward victory in places. When do we win? Why are we always complaining? Why are we always poor and broke and down and all this other shit? When does the goodness come in? Because the niggas that are number one right now, they happy. They drinking wine, getting pussy, doing all kind of shit. And the conscious nigga always got to be the teacher, the preacher, and all of this other shit because niggas don't want to take the time to learn. It's like you got to make your album like a speaking spell for them to say, this is how you live and this is how you do it. That's why my group was different. Because I'm not wasting my time in doing no ABCs. Yo, I'm broadcast live from the street here defending it. Not selling a drug on it. You know, not pimping a hoe on it. Feel me? I'm out here defending it, out here front line and writing from that place. And I'm delivering that to you. So now my album is a time capsule of the time. Damn, what time frame were these people in? They're talking about police brutality. Oh, these are the early 90s.
Right.
Police brutality was very heavy. You can make a news quote off of my time period in hip hop, dog. Now, when you think of yourself as an artist, and I'm saying to everyone out here that's listening to us, when you think of yourself as an artist, what are you connecting to? What is your album that you have in your hard drive or whatever? How is it a time capsule for now? Regardless if you're talking about the most positive thing or the most devilish goddamn thing, what kind of information am I getting from that? Okay? 60% of motherfuckers rapping ain't talking about shit, dog. Just flipping words around and trying to find a style because they rode somebody's dick from seeing some styles at the battles. I'll take a little bit of that. I'll take a little bit of this. And now I'm this. No originality. You know what I'm saying? No originality in the whole frame. And then you end up, someone likes that, you and your fakeness, and then you're selling that fakeness to a commercial machine. I can name 20 artists like that right now that are in the stream. All right, so when we start writing better, then we set a trend. The machine's only going to accept the trend or the high algorithm. Okay? So if the algorithm becomes, oh no, that pussy talk is not in style anymore. Niggas are building right now. Niggas talking that Black Wall Street shit, and now it's clever. You know, there's like 3 Rick Rosses now, and they don't curse, and they don't talk about hoes and champagne. They talk about making money and building and ways to do it. Instead of 10 crack commandments, they got some 10, you know, get right commandments or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Shit flips. Okay? I think this generation now is going to be that. Because they were born into the bullshit to a point now where they're getting older, having kids now, and they are sick of it. And now they see why we were so angry at it. Like, damn, I got a daughter. I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Which generation? Which generation?
The generation that's happening right now that's buying music.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm starting to see more of how can I learn in my DM. And I'm starting to see reactions to the music that I put out in the past where they're trying to dissect. Because remember, if every record's talking about the same thing, then what about the music that wasn't talking about that same old bullshit? And now they got a fresh canvas to build from.
Right.
So that time is happening now. All right. But for those who do conscious music, quote unquote conscious music, they're not having faith because they're not seeing the traction. They're not doing whatever because you're not attached to shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not attached to nothing, no movement or no cause or nothing. You just like, yo, I'm angry and I don't like this, and the president is fucked up and this is fucked up and da da da. You are angry MC and shit, nigga. That shit is weak. That shit is weak, man. You gotta be entertaining. The reason the funkin' lesson, my nigga, is because you know you you got to put the funk into the giving. You know what I'm saying? That my very title was that. I never can forget what I'm supposed to be doing just by my title. That's how I branded myself. So I never could sell myself short to be like, well, you know, I got to eat. Let me go over here and get some of that porn money and make a little ghost song or whatever the fuck may be. I don't have that kind of build in my shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? But other niggas will sell their ass quickly, dog. Quickly. When we break the cycle of that, then the machine will respect that. But until that happens, they're going to look at you like you crazy as fuck, trying to put something positive out. They're going to say, where's your market? Because from the little kids, remember now, they flipped the laws to where the kids can listen to shit and get permission to do wild shit without their parent. So they're raising themselves from mad young right now. Those kids are using their little allowance to buy your little downloads and shit. That's not an audience for you to gear your shit for, dog. You got to gear yourself for the parent that left them in front of the TV and aim hard, my nigga, and wake they fucking asses up, dog. Fuck getting these fucking kids. You know how many promoters I talk to? Well, you got to invite one of the new artists so the young kids can relate. Yo, man, fuck that. Make a good show, bitch. If that artist you trying to bring on is not talking about a goddamn thing and is totally against the theme, then what the fuck is the use of him being here? And you trying to get a young kid that don't give a fuck about you. That kid don't give a fuck about you. He ain't mind your fucking music. But if you talk to his parent and the parent installs that lesson into them, then they can hear your music from a different angle, man.
Right, right. Yeah, let me ask you a question about as far as like some back in the day shit. So oftentimes I'll see pictures online. We post pictures for content, old school stuff, flyers and stuff like that. And on the same bill, I never really saw X-Clan so much as far as, and maybe you can tell me, but on the same bill, I would see like PE, NWA, De La, maybe even Tone Loc or something. Different groups, even within pictures. I just posted a picture recently of Eazy-E and Kid and Play, and it seemed like there was much more variety in hip hop, and it seemed like the conscious artists. You can maybe tell me from your experience. It seemed like the conscious artists and the street or front artists. It did seem like there was somewhat of a mutual respect there. Like, was there, or is that just pictures, or was it? It just seemed like even the street cats may have been like, they still respected maybe like native tongue or whatever. It was still love. So, or still some respect and understanding as far as like the conscious music, and it wasn't so separated.
Correct, because there were no categories.
Right.
It wasn't a gangster rap.
It was just all hip hop.
It was all hip hop. So I would be on cars, DJ Quick, Second to None, Bahamadia or some shit, and then go somewhere else. I'm on with the Isley Brothers, and then a group like Today, and then MC Lights on the car. All right. So it was music, and this is why they created hip hop R&B. All right, so they can put all the nigger music into one fucking place. It's like, you're paying the rapper dudes here, you're doing the R&B here. Why don't y'all come together and make it more entertaining? Because niggas ain't want to hear motherfucker yelling for 24 bars, talking about, yo, my fresh and this and that and then and then and that, and then you got nothing on the hook for them. So when you bring it all together, look what's happening right now. Now the girls are spitting lyrics. The girls are spitting lyrics and then singing the song in between and shit like that. So you trying to get both of them to the arena. All right. And the dudes are saying, well, it's a little soft for me. And now they're fucking with it all the way hard. So the crossover law has been totally smashed and obliterated. Because it was a crime at one time to be rhyming with the R&B shit. So Bobby Brown, when he was doing all that shit, niggas was like, fuck that. Fuck that nigga and them fucking long ass suits, some Sinbad suits and shit, trying to rap on the shit. They was dissing this nigga. And then when this nigga blew up, they said, well, damn, maybe he got something. Then you notice the beats, the R&B beats started getting harder and harder.
Right.
All right. Even if you listen right now, the rap beats that they're rhyming on, those are R&B beats, keyboard tracks. Those are R&B joints, not sample based. That's why niggas got such a problem. It's like, yo, man, where's that dirty raw shit that niggas been digging in the crate? That shit don't do nothing. You put a bill on a nigga's plate, you be paying another musician for something just to please an audience, and then you in between getting paid nothing. So if you don't increase your musicality and say, let me learn how to play an instrument. Didn't Lauren teach y'all? Y'all didn't hear the Fugees when they were before the band and all that shit. Y'all wasn't fucking with them. That music was weak.
Right.
Okay? That was just some niggas from Jersey, 2 MCs, and a fucking shorty. When them niggas got the fucking band and expanded it and evolved, then you heard the Fugees. And then what you see, 15 million sales, 18 million sales. They were doing hammer numbers, nigga.
Yeah,
Now you gotta think as an artist, what the fuck are you doing in your evolution after all these years of not making it or whatever? What is so deep right now that you feel you could press record on live and feel like you a fucking star? Like you skipping the line, like fucking nobody want to hear me. I'm gonna be heard any fucking way.
True.
Come on, man. That's some self-proclaimed bullshit, bro. That's some self-proclaimed bullshit. You're not even gonna work it. You didn't even take the singing lessons. You didn't do nothing. You just like, fuck it, I sound good in the shower. I know there's about 20 people who fuck with me right now. Let me go. Is that what it is? Is that what the game is now? That's how they measure you now. So if you don't have 20 likes, 1,000 likes, 200,000 likes, you don't even register. You could have sold 1 million records back in the days. You worth shit right now. And you can't even go protest in front of the labels that you made millions of dollars for, dog. Because your little portion or whatever burnt out them first 2 years. Them niggas still eating off your name. To this fucking day. Dig that. Out of your catalog. Even selling your catalog to different companies to keep pushing your shit. And you get nothing for it. You get pennies for that shit, dog. And yet you're supposed to be enthused to come back in the game. I wasn't surprised that Andre did something like that. I applauded him so much. If I had as much following as him, dog, I would have did the same shit. I'd have played a ukulele or some shit, dog. And they didn't get it. They didn't get it when Lauren did that. Lauren played the fucking guitar. I said, fuck all the beats and fuck all of this shit. I'm just going straight guitar. They didn't get it until now, until Andre did the fucking flute, dog. Ain't that a bitch?
It's a ukulele. Please don't ever do that, man. This, or at least warn me first or something. At least warn me first.
I try to put some bars on the twang.
Oh my god. Jeez. So we gotta get ready to get on out of here. I got another show at 10 o'clock. We got Under the Radar. We're breaking up some new tracks because we try to pump the current music rather than just bitching about shit being old. So but it is hard being an artist, man, right now. There's talent art. There's so much to sift through, so much bullshit. Talented artists get no shine, and like you said, you gotta have some other lanes, man. Merch lane, producing lane, film lane, videography, fucking graphic design. You need to do some other shit, managing whatever.
You gotta follow Light. You gotta follow Latifah. You think Latifah ain't rich off rap?
She's the motherfucking equalizer right now.
Okay, so she evolved herself.
That's what I'm saying. Like, damn.
So I'm saying to all these original talents that are out there, the legends, the way you separate yourself from the mud is to evolve yourself, man. Period. This conversation is not for every fucking body, dog. Okay? So any nigga that came out in that golden era or whatever, they figure like, damn, nigga, I still got it. I got some shit on my drive or whatever. If you haven't evolved yourself as an individual, it's never gonna fucking work, dog. It's never gonna work. Because you're gonna be still stuck in that same chase your tail mentality, fucking with this machine, dog. Period. And that's just being 1,000. Fuck. It obviously it's not about rap talent. Okay? So stop making it about, yo, my bars are still sharp and all this other bullshit. It's not about that, dog. It's about finding that algorithm. This is a big ass world. You got access to it. You think they're gonna make it easy for you? You gotta work. The whole globe is now your blank canvas. What are you gonna do with it? Write some weak fucking rap and feel like niggas supposed to gravitate toward you? You better do something like you made a new invention, nigga. Please, the same creativity that writes the rhyme is the same power that will find the creative algorithm. You gotta trust yourself. And there you will find if you're truly chosen to do this shit or not.
Mic drop, Jules. Damn. That's, yeah. There we go. Thank you. And that's listen, that's for your ass. This is the part that's gonna be edited and shown for y'all motherfuckers, because that's the real yes. Thank you for because sometimes it's really hard to go through our show. I'm like, damn, what the fuck am I gonna edit out of this motherfucker? This dude saying all this shit. But
yeah, man. Just building real, man.
Yeah, there we go. So listen, we're gonna get this up on the YouTube. We're gonna do this again. It's the first Wednesday of each and every month, right?
Yeah.
So many shows going on. First Wednesday each and every month. So back
I appreciate you keeping consistent with me, bro.
Of course, man. It's thank my mom, man. Like I told you, I used to get to airports like 3-4 hours early before 9/11. Like this was like we waiting. So that's just this is how I am sometimes to a fault, but yeah, this is very important to me too, yo. And I was very much looking forward to this. And so yeah, it's a regular show. So everybody, if you like this, check out our YouTube, Carrying the Culture YouTube channel. Give us a subscribe, and all of these joints are on here. All 33 joints from before are on there. We got a lot of important conversations, and we need to really archive them because YouTube could go down in a minute. So I got to put that all together. So
yeah, I appreciate.
But yeah, so please check it out, support, share, because this is, as I said, these conversations aren't for everybody, but we have some real talks here, and we talk about real shit. It ain't just about the bars.
Yeah, word, man. Niggas be tripping out, man. It ain't about that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to show yourself as a business. If there ever was a Black Wall Street, then be a business that would have been a part of that structure. What you going to sell to be Noah Webster? Regurgitated back at me, my nigga? Come on, man. Give me some culture. Give me something. You know what I'm saying? You already know, man. Big up to everybody tuned in, too, man.
Yeah, thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the, interaction and stuff. And that's what it's about, man.
I get to answer a lot of the questions and shit, but next time we'll build. I wish we could take notes from.
Well, I brought up some of the comments, you know what I'm saying, because there was some important feedback, there and stuff like that. So, it was interactive, and that's the good part about it's a challenge doing it live, but that's why we do it live, because it's like people here, you got access to Brother Jay, you know what I'm saying? So and be able to share, so it was dope. Thank you as always, man. We'll
always
get this edited and put this up, man. So appreciate everybody here. We rocking it in a half hour with our people save the hip hop culture. So I'll talk to you soon, family. Be good. My respect.
Peace to the God. Respect.
All right, 100.
Blessings, man. One.